The alleged manifesto of the Nashville shooter includes an actual FAQ. He called himself the last true Rhodesian on Instagram. I don't know if this is real. A black kid photoshopping a Totemkampf over him, and it's full of the N-word, like hard R. We're entering an era of mental illness, the likes of which no one could possibly comprehend. N-word cell manifesto. Why did you do this? For your enjoyment, wrong your. This is my gift to you after years of Fed posting, wasting years griefing, yelling N-word at the top of my lungs in voice calls to F-slur streamers. Oh, that's me. Were/are you a Nazi? No, actual Nazis have been dead for 80 years. That's almost a century. Anyone in the modern world claiming to be a Nazi is a LARPer. But they do have my sympathies. And then there's a picture of a trans chudjack shooting a Nazi soy jack in the head with a pistol, which is the reason why I'm not showing this on screen. Average ban appeal. Are you a victim of bullying? Personally, in my life, I can't remember a single instance of being bullied, at least not unconventionally since. I can't tell if this person is, well, this person's mentally ill, obviously, deeply mentally ill. This is like very subnormal literacy. Was this written by AI? No, AI would have much better spelling and punctuation than this. I was bullied in the culture sense, which everyone is bullied in, but no, but the media attention seekers will say I was, and other bullshit like he was just a quiet kid. Thoughts on school life. School is a daycare. It's just impossible for you to actually think. You say things because other people have said it before and then go repeat ad nauseum somewhere else. This people haven't had original thought in their lives. Everyone at my school is a N-word beginning with a W, N-word, F-slur, S-slur, sand N-word, P-slurred, G-slurred, and the worst, I even seen K-slurred, S-slurred Jews. They all just say the same buzzwords from Pig Talk. To tag yourself. Was there any... I'm not showing this shit on screen. Was there any particular event or personal reason you decided to commit a violent act? Yes, I was born in the hellhole of Los Angeles. Okay. And lived there for a couple years. I won't get very in-depth into that, but getting beat by brown people and getting almost robbed S-slurs and B-slurs. S-slurs, Muslims touching filthy hands on me. They ruined my life! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Do you have any groups that are backing you? Yes, the r/Markiplier subreddit. Hello, everyone. Welcome to... All right, well. You can just type anything in a manifesto, you know that? You can just type anything. Are you a white supremacist? No, I'm a golden N-word. It wouldn't make sense for me to be one. I can't be a white supremacist. What a question. Are you a black supremacist? No, I would be if N-words weren't so and can work on something together. Total N-word death. What motivated you to commit these acts of violence? Misanthropy, but only for very specific groups and races. Hatred of N-words. Probably understand this, but he's not saying N-words, right? What do you wish for? A better, neater, cleaner world by eliminating all undesirables. We must aid the Aryans regardless of our race. Do you intend to kill police officers or other enforcers of the state? No. Although modern police officers exist to serve the elite, many of them are of decent character, and it would make me very upset if I killed one, but only you know if I did. Did you carry out the attack for clout? No, carrying out an attack for fame would... After all, who can remember the name of the attackers in the September 11th attack on New York? This is genuinely hard to read because of how poorly formatted it is. How about the attack of the Pentagon, the attackers in the plane that crashed in the field on the same day? I will be forgotten quickly, which I do not mind. After all, I am a private and mostly introverted person, but the afterwards... Okay, that's where that one ends, but there's a lot more here. I think like 50% of this is just the N-word. N-word cell, or involuntary N-word. The West has fallen, the West has fallen, billions must die, billions must die. No lives matter. I'm ashamed to be black. I feel like shit being N-word. For anyone who wants to call me C-slur, sellout, whitewash, Uncle Tom / ruckus, blah blah, off, go back to your ass-clapping fat N-word, but for women. It seems like I can never hear black people doing anything positive anymore. N-words have to ruin shit. N-words have to do what N-words do best. We should protect it. I don't even know some of these words. Yeah, it goes on like this for a while. This is literal mental illness? Well, yeah, of course. This sounds so I don't know how this sounds fake to you. It just sounds like mental illness slop. World's most mentally ill man. Yeah, just to the long and short of it, it's a self-hating black kid who is a Nazi, but won't call themselves a Nazi, but has politics identical to being a Nazi. Needs help? Well, he's dead now. What'd he do? A school shooting like 2 hours ago, and then died via his own hand. I don't think he even killed anyone. Apparently, he shot 2 people, but I haven't heard of death. Okay, he said death to Israel, but he also said death to Palestine. So it's actually just a radical centrist. 2 including shooter dead. Oh, that wasn't in the last report that I saw when we were looking at the article. That's unfortunate. Teen fatally shoots a female student and himself at Antioch High School in Nashville. Unfortunate. Wasn't it an incel thing? We are looking at incel mental illness, yeah. I've been saying this for a while. I genuinely think shit like this is going to be getting a lot worse, not just in the context of like shootings, but a lot of the random stochastic violence is going to be carried out by people who are so mentally ill, men who are so mentally ill, to be fair, that their politics are like it's not even going to be like people with a specific grievance or people with like a specific oh, I was bullied or whatever. It's going to be like genuine, like incomprehensibly insane monsters, like people who are so removed from reality, just like that femcel too. Yeah, it's going to be more and more like that. No ideology, just no. There's plenty of ideology here. This is directly like 4chan incel right-wing nonsense. Like politically, this is like a 1-to-1. It's not at all ambiguous there. It's just also insane mental illness.
Versus later. Okay.
All right, everyone, I'm Don Aaron with the Nashville Police Department. I'm going to give you a brief overview of what's taken place. There will be a subsequent news conference at the same spot very soon with Chief John Drake and others. At 11:11 this morning, the emergency any metal detectors in the...
Doesn't seem like there's anything to go over here, to be honest. Gun control measures. Man, I hate to repeat this every time, but I feel like this is such a direct and straightforward example that I need to repeat it. This is not about guns, man. The presence of people who are this violently mentally ill, like this goes so, like, leaving aside the logistical difficulties of removing the hundreds of millions of guns from this country, like the fact that it's so insanely easy to get them, and it's basically politically and logistically impossible to get a hold of the guns, which you're not going to get rid of the guns, not meaningfully. Like, they would just stab somebody instead, which is what happens in England. The rot here is the deep set mental illness. That is, and I'm not saying mentally ill people are like threats to society broadly. They're more likely to be harmed than they are to harm others, etc., etc. This is a very specific type. Like, this is not like, oh, a guy had depression or anxiety or something. This is like somebody being put in a pressure cooker of Nazi incel ideology until their brain is rotted away, you know? Like this, it's so much more like ideologically derived than that. This is who he said radicalized him: Candace Owens, Ethan Ralph, Nick Fuentes, Turkey, Tom Rubinson, Mr. Beast, Copes and Talk, Wayne Lambright, iDubbbz, Destiny, Hassan Parker. I assume you mean Piker. He's just naming people that he knows. These aren't actually people that he was radicalized by. Nice shout out though. Oh, I wonder if Hassan and Destiny are gonna get flack for that. Looks like I skipped the. I dodged the bullet on that one. He's lay epic troll. Yeah, I remember his epic who supports you r/Markiplier. Yeah. Epic troll. Anyway, I feel like the fact that this is always brought back to guns is really the service of the right wing, because then the right wing gets to pretend that the fight that's being fought here is over like their principled defense of the Second Amendment, when the real thing the right wing should be defending is why the fuck are all these shooters aligned with you? Like, why every single time are they your guys? There's some like insane far right lunatic like that's what I think the media should be asking the questions on, because that's the thing that would make them sweat a little bit more. Why is it always your guys, Markiplier? You can't keep doing this, Markiplier. Too many people's brains fried by the Five Nights at Freddy's 2020 challenge, you know? I warned them. You think anyone made to watch that many Iron Lung videos wouldn't go insane?